Welcome, welcome, all you beautiful, beautiful people, to this first impressions. I don't know. I don't know what to title it. I was gonna go with like quickies or bites or whatever. This is a right after there's some big announcement, series of announcements. Let's do a quick. What were your thoughts? And I have on
Um,
the most lovely Yeeterora.
hello, hello. It's your boy.
Hello.
It's your boy.
It's my boy, Yeeterora. Heck yeah, and it's good because I don't get enough time with Yeet, but we're only gonna be here for like 5-10 minutes. Just to talk about what we just went through. So we suffered through Summer Game Festival 2021. I've got the list of everything they talked about with me. Thank you, Yeet, for saying that over. What were your first impressions?
Okay, first off, we gotta keep in mind this is a pre-show to E3. So there
Yeah,
wasn't big hitters, there wasn't bangers. There was some, but first impressions, it
and
was
that's the biggest deal, right? The fact that there's already something.
yeah.
That's a big
Oh
deal.
yeah. There was presentations before today too.
Oh yeah,
The
really?
Gorilla
Okay.
Live and stuff like that, the showcase.
Yeah, I only had enough time to catch this one. Um,
Same.
yeah, and yeah, there were big things. We had Ryan Reynolds. No, but he was relevant. He was relevant. He spoke about.
Andy Samberg was relevant too. Like
Well,
what?
Andy Samberg was specifically relevant, and that brings us to the first thing. We're gonna run through this very quickly. The
hmm
first thing they announced. Oh, sorry. The first thing that's here is the big Elden Ring. But we'll talk about that later. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands arrives early 2022. That I am really excited for.
They look
Um,
pretty cool.
yeah. Have you ever played any of the Borderlands games?
I have. I played Borderlands 3 for probably an hour.
Oh yeah, yeah. You have to play Borderlands 2. Okay, we're getting that going. So Borderlands is a fantastic franchise. It's done very well. It's addicting. It's like Diablo but with guns. They have a
Oh.
loot mechanic, and so you always are trying to find better guns. Anywho, so Tiny Tina's Wonderland, they're bringing, instead of having it be in that post-apocalyptic Borderlands, they're doing it in Wonderlands, and I can only imagine what type of weapons they're going to come up with, because one of the things with them is just how many weapons. This is really cool.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like Stranger's Wrath. If you know Oddworld Stranger's Wrath, like maybe they'll pull off some like weapons where you're shooting little furry like animals at people. Anywho, I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah,
Uh,
that looked pretty dope.
yeah. So I'm just gonna rapid fire go through a bunch of these. And by the way, at the bottom is the showcase still going on. I was trying to find a video for it, but they're doing like the indie stuff. So if that's something like that is, it's probably related to what we're talking about. Who cares? The point is, Metal Slug Tactics. Metal Slug
That
Tactics was the next thing.
that's all you. I have no idea
Oh, you've
about
never
Metal
played Metal
Slug.
Slug? Metal Slug was in
No,
the
I've heard about it.
Oh man, dude, Metal Slug was in the arcades when I was growing up, and that ate all the quarters. It's Metal Slug is a fun game, and you have only you're one hit KO, but you get like 3 lives. So it's a very
hmm
hard game. It's very Contra, and I don't know why, but whenever someone takes like a bold approach, and so this is a tactics game done by them, I think it's very cool that they're dipping into type of another genre with a well-established franchise.
Right.
Like when
Right.
Pokemon did a tactics game, and people don't look at that. You should look for Pokemon Conquest. It's a really cool game. Every time a very well-established series does a side game, it's at least interesting to play. It's not
Yes,
necessarily
very
good.
interesting.
It's not very
Very.
Yeah. Sonic Shuffle, not good, but
Hold on, hold
very
on.
interesting.
I
What?
got one. I
What?
got one.
What?
Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks.
Shaolin Monks, Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero. It's always
Yep,
interesting.
yep.
Yep.
That's a good one too.
So, for sake of time, we're moving along here. We've got Death Stranding Director's Cut.
That was interesting
Why?
because of the box.
Oh, what was in the box?
I
guys'
feel like they
face.
had a huge Metal Gear Solid reference
Oh, okay. Like, are
with
they
the
are they
whole
hinting
box
it?
thing.
Are they hinting?
I think so.
Okay.
I think Metal Gear something in the future,
No.
nothing to do with Death Stranding, but that's what I'm saying, dude.
But Kojima severed all his ties to, I believe it's Konami, right?
You're right. You're right. Yes,
So
he
anywho,
has.
so I don't know if that's yeah. Then
It's a
Jeff,
juggle.
it's a
It's a
juggle.
gamble.
It's a gamble. Then we've got Jeff
Hmm.
Goldblum coming in to announce Jurassic World
That was
Evolution
cool.
2, and yeah, that was pretty cool. Like
Hmm.
you know, maybe because I'm a fan of Jeff Goldblum, not the biggest fan of Jeff Goldblum, but the fact that he's entertaining to watch regardless of what he's
Very,
saying, and
yes.
so like
Yes.
have him like give this. It didn't seem like the greatest introduction, but it's always fun to just put Jeff Goldblum in front of a camera.
Right.
Um, Looked a little bit open world, but it's a park builder sim, so who knows? Right, it had an aquatic thing that was part of it. They were talking about depths and then went
Yeah,
underwater.
that was cool and
Yeah.
sketchy.
Korean MMO Lost Ark headed to the west. I don't know much about that. Uh,
Neither do I.
yeah, I can't really talk about that right now. Sable's release date announced. Was that the song that they played? Was that from
Yes,
Sable? Okay,
yes.
because that art looked amazing. Then we got.
That song was amazing.
I have to re-listen to
I
it. I
really
was like,
I
okay.
really enjoyed that. I enjoyed that.
I mean, the art was amazing, so I can only imagine the song
Yes.
was. Even though I wasn't like paying as much attention to
The
it.
girl that sang it, beautiful, beautiful voice. My
Yeah.
God.
Um.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got Among Us hide and seek mode. New
Sussy
roles.
Baka.
Yeah, I've been playing a little bit of Goose Goose Duck, which is
Dude,
all these updates that they're trying to put into Among Us already exist in Goose Goose Duck, and it's
my
amazing.
buddy has been trying to put me onto that game. I
We'll
might
have
have
to
to check it
we'll
out.
have to do a co-stream, but if they add
Yeah.
it to Among Us, that's great too. I now have the Jeff Keighley mask to finally play on Among Us. They added that during the presentation as well. Oh, Salt and Sanctuary sequel. Okay, so this is
Hmm.
where I had to dip out for a second, but they made yeah.
This
Some people
game
like
was
that.
interesting.
Yeah.
This is Dark Souls 2D. No joke.
Oh, okay.
Down to picking your items and
Okay.
like the inventory menu is literally Dark Souls remastered.
Yeah,
Like I couldn't believe it.
like people think Hollow Knight's Dark Souls, but
Yes.
this is really okay. I gotcha. I never really
This
played
was
it.
Souls but like cartoony, 2D, indie. Souls
Yeah,
indie.
Souls Indie. 2 Point Campus officially announced by.
Um
Did you have any thoughts on that one? I don't
I
know.
have
I
I
said.
never played that. I never isn't the other game 2 Point Hospital or something like that?
Oh, okay, okay, yeah. No, I never played 2 Point Hospital. Um, yeah. I'm like looking at the video below, and it's I think it's one of these roguelike adventure games that's really cool that's coming out. Where
I
you get.
thought it was Rec Room 2.
Oh, you thought that 2 Point
I
Campus
thought
was.
it was Rec
Yeah,
Room 2.
I can understand
Yeah.
that. Okay. We should move on to Stranger Things in Smite, and I specifically quit League of Legends, but if I was playing any of these games, I would probably, at least log in to grab this because I'm a big.
Yeah.
Whenever they do big crossovers, I don't know, Smite and Stranger Things in other games, I'm in. They're doing Magic the Gathering cards collabed with Stranger Things, and I'm very excited.
Oh wow, yeah,
Yeah, they
that's
really
right in
know.
your alley.
They
That's sick.
really know Stranger Things really knows their audience. They really know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least
That
that
trailer was amazing.
their
That was
hardcore
a good
geek
trailer.
audience. Yeah, it was a great trailer too. Um, and they know to like appease the geeks with like actual geeky games with their
Right.
stuff, as opposed to like the Fast and the Furious game last year. That was like the headline, like the what Fast and the Furious did this year, which is something that we can get to here. They added more cars into
Mm-hmm.
Rocket League. That is a better promotion for them in the gaming world
Definitely.
than the
Definitely.
actual game that they made.
100%.
Take all that R&D
100%.
and throw it into something. Be like, hey, we gave Innersloth from Among Us $4 million so they could have like a skin, right? And everyone would be like, you're
Right.
supporting indie devs and you're adding something that we want to see. Anywho, so Left 4 Dead.
No, I'm
Mhm.
all dude, you were right on with that. Right on.
Right, right.
They could have dropped something of Fortnite,
Oh yeah,
how Fortnite
and then
is,
then
and they would have blown up.
absolutely, absolutely. So there's a couple of these that I'll skip over, Left 4 Dead style and our Crucis, unless you have something to say on them. Coach
The
Media,
only
yeah.
thing I have to say is I never played the games, but Tales of Arise looked really cool.
and then Tales of Arise. So I played a little bit of one of the Tales games. I was trying to save money, so I bought Tales of Symphonia. I think it was. I bought one of
Mm-hmm.
them, and I'm like, what is the longest thing I can get for my dollar? And my friend's like, oh, a Tales game. It's 80 hours. You're never gonna finish it. I got like 20
Wow.
hours in. I don't. Yeah, it was not. It wasn't for me because like I specifically chose a long game, not a game that I can play multiple times. But
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't mean it's not a great game, and Tales fans must be excited. I'm excited because that's a
Right.
yeah, like why not?
It's
Uh,
good for them.
it's good for them, right?
It's
Like
the same. Well, it's this it's the same thing with Among Us. Like I don't play Among Us that
yeah,
much. I've only played it like 2 or 3 times, but like that fan base is nuts for that
right.
game.
And like
So it's like good for them, man.
and like if the Earthworm Jim game came out, I would be excited. I would not expect anyone else to be excited. So good for them.
Right.
Um, Sky Children of Light launching on Switch. The Petit Prince arriving in July. Overwatch 2. We're trying to make these things short. Um, but man, there's a lot of content they announced tonight.
Yeah, Monster Hunter Stories 2.
The Evil Dead game got a bit of a showcase, and I was
That
excited about
that
that.
looked good.
I just
That looked
showed
good.
I just showed my roommates Evil Dead, and they fell asleep halfway through and left the room. So, but
I've never seen it.
sorry, not Evil Dead, Army of Darkness. I was very excited about that. But I enjoyed it.
That
2B,
game looked really good.
2B and Fall Guys.
I yelled into my mic over that.
I didn't get a chance to watch the
No,
trailer. I'm excited to watch
I
it.
don't play Fall Guys either. It's just Near Automata is that game is magnificent.
It's gorgeous.
Anything to do with that? Yes. So
Yeah. Um,
2B got put into Fall Guys.
it's
So
2B.
weird.
I can't wait to look at the
It's
costume.
only 2B. Yeah, it's
That's
only
2B
2B.
is the only one I care about. Um, so the last thing that everyone wants to hear about, Elden Ring. Let's talk about it. I'm sure I'm probably going to
Yes.
bug Gabby Diggs to just do a separate thing on it, but because she's the passionate one. But Elden Ring, tell me why I should
hmm
be excited. I'm not an Elden Ring guy.
Um.
I was like,
Well,
happy
you're
for
not
them.
a Souls guy. You're
I'm
not
not
a
a
Souls
Souls
guy.
guy. I'm a Souls light guy. I like my Hollow Knight.
But you never know. A new entry in a series could be your gateway in. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah. So what?
I
Why
I'm
should I be excited? Or not me specifically, you know? Why? What?
well. I'm excited because Dark Souls is one of my. It's in my top five. Dark
Yeah,
Souls 1 is one of my top 5 games I've ever played, and I played 1, 2, and 3. I'm not really into 2 and 3. Sekiro was amazing.
Shadows Die 7,000
Blood.
times.
Yes, Shadows die a million times in my
So many
case.
times.
Shadows die so much you don't get past the first boss in my
Yes.
case. But Bloodborne, I played for I think 5 or 6 hours, and that game is pretty dope. It's just
Yeah.
I just don't know where the hell I'm going, and I'm not trying to YouTube tutorial everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
But yeah, but they showed stuff today, so it's
yeah, it looked great. It looked
it
great.
just looked great. Like, did they
It
show
was
any?
just Souls.
Yeah, I looked at it, but I didn't even look so deeply. They did show a little bit of the actual gameplay and the actual combat.
hmm
Yeah,
It's very Souls like, but it's like a little mythical now. Like you know what I mean?
sure.
Like there was that stuff before, like spells and magic and all that. But in this, like it, I don't know. I feel like they're gonna maybe take a different
Bringing
approach or
Greek
a
gods and
more
stuff.
aggressive approach. Yes, like
Yeah, okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I get that. And yeah, it looked gorgeous to me. I have no reference, and
I
that's pretty
know, I
sad for
know.
me. But um that
It's the
sounds
same thing with
yeah.
me with some of these games that like I'm um I don't know how to explain it. Like the Overwatch thing, like I'm happy that there's an Overwatch 2. Like I
Yeah.
know the knowledge of how good that game was or is the first one and how much people love it. So it's
Yeah.
like, you know what? Again, good for you guys.
Good for yeah, exactly. Good for you guys. And that is
Right. So for
the
you to
big
me, Elden Ring is like good for you,
good
Yeet.
for,
You know what
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like I got my one and done. I thought it was gonna be NetherRealms, either Shallow Monk's remake or
Shallow
a
Monk's remake.
Marvel fighting game.
Yeah.
But
No, that's gonna happen. Right, they said something about that. Anywho. They alluded to something like that. But anywho, we try to
hmm
keep these things short. I'm gonna try to do one of these for each of the events. Sit tight. Thank you, Yeet, for being here for this one. Any closing
you
thoughts?
are welcome.
Heck
Um
yeah.
Closing thoughts are I hope you guys are excited for Tuesday because that Smash reveal is gonna be
Oh,
crazy.
we're gonna lose our minds. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
And I'll see you guys in the next one.